All right, so let's go. Next map. Map number 7. So this one I also really struggled with because of how precise those entries and exits are. I think this drift is still one of the best parts, but like once you figure out this map, and that's what I found very fascinating, it's actually a lot of fun to play. But if you just mess up every approach here and you just get airtime everywhere, it is a very hard map. So you can see how the world record drives. They just try to speed slide all the way and don't try to oversteer or over angle their car. So what you need to do here at the start, of course, go for the occasional speed slide into no slide or quantum slide in this way, or however you want to call it. I call it no slide SD because that was the term that we always used and not quantum slide. So you can see players going for the quantum slide, so they still get a lot of speed out of that one. And then get the gear here. So open up the steering quite conveniently, it's still on a straight platform. So your task is to minimize airtime and then open up the steering to get the gear and then go for some more SDs. And then again, go very low in order to minimize your steering. And you can see this car here, the black car, which is Zodiac. Like, look, he goes a bit higher than the others. And he loses a bit of speed due to that. Not a lot, but a little bit. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Well, like, maybe you can see it here again. Like, look, he was there, and he got a bit of airtime. And he, like, it was one car length. But this can really compound into more like that. Yeah? So, just try to minimize airtime at the start. Then for the drift, like steer to the left, obviously, and then go over the penalty surface here to angle the car correctly. So you cannot avoid the penalty surface here. That is not possible. But you can get a lot of speed out of that one. Also with your exit. Like if your exit is too far here on the right, you probably end up here and will not reduce airtime, because that is also very important. This small transition here, this small transition is so important that if you're too far on the right side here, you will lose so much time. So you need to make sure to be further down. Not only that you want to minimize airtime, but also to set up for the next turn that is coming up, where you need to go fairly low. Like a lot of mistakes can happen here as well. If you go too far on the right side, I think that is fine. But then you have a hard time to set up this next turn. So if you stay far on the left side here and not get airtime, you have a good setup for this turn, because look how far on the left they are. They are so, like, they are as left as it gets. And why are they that? Because they don't want to catch airtime from this transition. And also you need to go somewhat low in this part here as well. And again, without getting airtime. Yeah. And then here you can be either too low or too high. And now you also have to get very close to the checkpoints. To the checkpoint. You can see they're quite close here to the checkpoint. In order to jump downwards here to like minimize the steering angle again. Like Zodiac had an insane ending. So that's why he got the world record. Yeah. So quite interesting map, very, very hard map to be honest, to min-max. And also not the easiest map to get the auto time on, because you really need to get your car control around in order to make this one possible, right? This one is not easy, and you can see here, Complex like had such a terrible ending, like compared to the others of course. And look how much he lost. Like that's one car length lost in no time. Just because he exited this turn too late, yeah? Was still a very good run, obviously, yeah, but like you can lose a lot, and this just shows like how much this compounds, yeah. So on this map, important to like minimize airtime, and also do not be like, try to be brave and maybe go, like what I somewhat found hard on this map is, especially in the last turn, to go very, very low, yeah, that you can go insanely low here and then just go with the flow and go up. Like sometimes I landed like somewhere here. Wait, where's the turn here? Like I landed somewhere, I cannot even show because it's off screen. Let me go into the free camera again. But I was like somewhere here already. And this is just wasted potential, because there you have to oversteer and you don't get the speed. Like, you know, your car wants to go up because it has so much speed and velocity. So that's why you wanna stay very low. And I think that's also the quintessence of the map. So this jump is not needed, but you can go very low. And in general, if you want to get all the time, I think this one wasn't too hard. Just try to not get so much airtime and try to avoid it with just oversteering and maybe even clever releasing or something like that. And then the author time should be doable, especially here. Like, this part is more important than you think. And also this bowl here, I think you can lose the most amount of time here because that is just a long and speedy ending section that is coming up.